Now, we was gonna skip the Sidney Starr stuff, but it continues to get worse. And at some point, I gotta start saying I believe in karma. Cause this shit gotta be karma for what he did to Ching. It gotta be karma for what he did to Ching. And if you guys don't remember back in the day, there was a popular rapper named Chingy from St. Louis, and his entire career went downhill because he took a picture with Sidney Starr, and I believe Sidney Starr tried to make it sound like something happened that it wasn't.
Anything about my situation, because no one seemed to have known, you know, you can't just, I don't think, look at me and just know that. But that was the first time I met him, definitely, at that performance.
At what point did you decide to, put out the story that you and Chingy had some sort of romantic relationship?
Oh, I would say the time that I put that story out was probably like 2 years after we took those pictures together. And I know that sounds crazy, but I had a lot of people in my ears. I had a lot of people saying like, girl, do you know woo woo woo? If you do this, baby, you gonna be on top. You gonna be all over the blogs. And I was like, I have been trying to get out there like that. Cause this backup dancing thing ain't been doing,
all the BS that can come with this business, as far as untrue rumors, and just how it be shady characters, whether they artists or executives in this business, and who can tend to try to derail your career and sabotage. Now it's a lot of stuff that go with this stuff, and in that aspect, for us the shady business, I don't appreciate all that. You know what I mean? But far as the music and selling millions of records and having radio hits, I feel like I did a great deal with that.
All right, so you talking about the shady rumors, the false rumors, Sidney Starr. That's been well documented at this point.
When that happened, I lost a lot of stuff based off a lie, which was that was the most oddest thing I've ever seen. And man, people, when the individual and it so-called went away, which it took years to blow away, man, ain't nothing good happened from that for me. I'm gonna tell you that. When an artist such as my caliber, who sold millions of records, was once one of the biggest artists in the world, they look at that different. If they not seeing you at these award shows all the time, on the radio all the time, they like, well, where's he at? What's wrong? But what was wrong was a lot of sabotaging and bull crap in this industry.
You guys never really made up, did you? Like, you accepted her apology, but you kind of kept it moving.
Yeah. There's to be honest with you, man, like, it was spilt milk, and I lost a lot from it. That person gained. I'm not gonna hold on to something. It is what it is. Apologize, cool. I'm going this way. Let the individual do their thing, and a lot of stuff, man. But that situation, that hurt my career. Like, I'm just gonna be honest about it. It really did. With that being said, what inspired New Beginnings is I'm a guy who looks to nature for a lot of answers. And when I say that, just like the cycle of winter going into summer, and things die in the winter, but they be reborn in the spring, and you see it being vibrant, it's living again, but it's a constant process. So with human life, I go through things, you go through things, but guess what? It's gonna come a time where we're gonna be back vibrant and we're gonna be back going. And that's one of them times now. You know what I'm saying? For me. And so nature gives me inspiration. And so Friday on the 19th, I'm dropping New Beginnings.
Didn't the same thing happen to Michael Blackson? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping.
Okay. So when Sidney Starr hit, hit me, I didn't think what it was. I just thought it was just some. I didn't know who she was. I've heard of the whole story. I didn't know her name.
Right, because she hit you up and she said, "Hey, mother sucker, your black ass needs to try a beautiful like me. Your black ass wouldn't know the difference. Look at my fine ass. I'm Sidney Starr." And then your response was, "Sorry, I got a girl, and if I didn't, I'll never mess with a ass that used to be an N-word and now is a and that's some to do me a favor and take your tucked up and ball somewhere else. You handsome."
And my thing, she already had it set up. You know why? I hosted a party with Emma Rose outside of Chicago about a year and a half or 2 years ago. and Sidney Starr was there, right? I took a, I didn't, all this came out later. Like, you know what I mean? I know she came and took a picture with me. She came and took a picture with me at the party.
Okay.
All right? So when she went in my DM and did that, I said, this woman is trying to do something.
But this shit continues to get bad. If you guys don't remember, Sidney Starr just got arrested. He allegedly had a situation with a 16-year-old child. The reason I say allegedly is not only to protect myself, but also because he hasn't been found guilty yet. You are innocent until you're proven guilty.
Charges in this story are disturbing, and I just want to say that before we get into it. Reality TV personality Sidney Starr is behind bars in Fulton County, facing severe felony charges involving a minor. Hapeville police arrested the model and television personality whose legal name is Sydney Favors on Sunday at the Embassy Suites on International Boulevard. Police say Favors is charged with sexual battery against a under 16 and aggravated. Starr, known for her appearances on reality and drama series including Baddies and Empire, remains held in custody at the Fulton County Jail. Investigators confirmed that the case has now been handed over to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for prosecution, and due to the victim's age, police say that no additional details will be released regarding the case at this time.
It looks like, is this from when she was arrested?
Yes, this is from her arrest on Sunday at the Embassy Suites. We were, one of our viewers sent us this picture and sent us a little bit about the investigation, and so we reached out to Hapeville police after that and got confirmation of her arrest.
Yeah, but Sidney Starr was arrested and the child M-word with a 16-year-old. And now TMZ is giving us a bit more information on what actually occurred when he got arrested. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Sub up. We're on that road to 20,000 subscribers.
Usually is not resolved quickly, and I know that it's stressful, and I'm sorry that this has interrupted y'all's life. I'm interested in doing it thoroughly so that justice can be served properly.
Yeah.
So I appreciate, again, your patience, and I appreciate your understanding in that process. I really do. It makes my job easier. And it's going to make for the best outcome in the end.
And hopefully more bit. Sidney Starr. They got Sidney Starr, y'all. The hotel.
Sidney Starr mugshot was released, which you guys can see here. And homie's looking a bit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Homies look crazy. Full distress. And we're hearing shit was falling out of his pocket as he was being arrested. Shout out to TMZ for always giving us the full story. But here we see Love and Hip Hop star Sidney Starr. Cops say open condom fell out of pocket during arrest. Sidney Starr told police the male she went to her room with told her he was an adult. And cops say a rubber fell out of his pocket during his arrest for child M-word. TMZ learned. We obtained the Hapeville Police Department report from Sidney arrest for, you guys already know, I don't want to keep repeating that. And police says an open condom fell out of his pocket during a pat down. The reports note Sidney was staying at an embassy suite in Georgia, and an employee of the hotel called police to report another person had SA, a juvenile. Officers say they met with the kid and his parents at the hotel. The minor told the cops that something had happened with Sidney, who is. The report said officers spoke to Sidney, who told them a tall, slender black man in the lobby approached her. Sidney claimed the guy approached her and told her he was cute. Sidney said they had a short conversation in which he asked him how old he was. The reality star claimed he told him he was 18. He said he left the lobby and the boy went back to the room with him. The officers say they then detained Sidney, conducted a pat down, and found the contraceptives. As TMZ first reported, Sidney was arrested Sunday for. Cops say the boy was under 16. Oh my God. The officers said Sidney confessed to performing oral S-word on the male. Records show the influencer remains behind bars on these charges. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This story continues to get crazy. And there's gotta be karma for the Chingy situation. I'm telling you, you guys had my favorite rapper like Cameron as a kid roasting an innocent man. And your man, he's a like chingling, chingling. You guys remember that bar from Dipset? The whole block was screaming that shit. She literally single-handedly ruined Chingy's career. And it's crazy to see the world go into full action and full effect years later. What will come from this? Can Sidney prove herself innocent? Can Sidney have any proof? And would that even help her in a situation? A child said he was 18 years old. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sub up to the channel, guys. There's gonna be a lot more to come from this. This is just the beginning. Also, pause on coming from this, but let me know your thoughts down. You think Sidney can backpedal her way out of this? Let me know what you got. Don't forget, we're on that road to 22,000 subscribers.